Hi guys, Masood here. Have you ever wondered how search engine works? Here I have created a search engine for links.com, and since it's a new platform, we haven't got any users, so I grabbed the opportunity to explain exactly behind the scene how a search engine works. As you can see at links.com, we have a bunch of categories for any sort of services. Some of them are digital, like they're remote. You see that, and some, like for this example, I created a handyman, which is not remote. And the challenges I have faced is that when you order service like handyman, it's tightened to a geographical location, whereas the digital services like remote services they can do in the greater area, like within US and Canada in this example. So the challenges I went through is that first of all, the providers are only allowed to trade within US and Canada for digital and remote services, and for non-remote like handyman, they're tied in their own city, and they're not allowed between US and Canada to have any transactions. Otherwise, there is a tourist come from US to Canada or vice versa to order the service. So I have to detect all these complexities. Like, is it a tourist? Is his home there? And is he there right now? And what should show to the user, right? So I go and start like with very basic example. Right now I'm in North Vancouver, so I can see these services and the company that just competing me with myself here. But the funny part is that if we go, for example, to Seattle, so I can see only the remote services which I can order, right? But if I go back, for example, to, let's say, go to current location, which I am right now, it should go back to North Vancouver, and I can see also nearby physical services. So this was the first step of complexity, to be able to distinguish the remote versus non-remote, US versus Canada, and also I mean, like, about the money wise, is a different complexity like USD and CAP, but staying focused with the topic of search engine. Yeah, that was like the geographical location, latitude, longitude calculations that we had to do to make it very clean and correct. On top of that, we have these categories. As you can see, Links is new, but it's acting like a giant platform, let's say, and they have tons of categories over here. And that's the fun part begins. So for those who are interested, like how actually the search, not feed, works is, for example, we pick the handyman, right? Like, let's go and read what is inside the description. That might also give you a clue to those who do SEO optimization. They can understand behind the scene and the facts. So if you can see, this guy, me, is offering handyman in North Vancouver, and it's talking about the garage sorted and shelves and blah blah blah, cleanup, organizations, and shelf buildings. You can see some keywords here that I was interested to talk about, like TV, mirror mountings, furniture, hanging, repairs, installations, you know. So these are the keywords that search engine has to filter out smartly when you design the search engine. And your do list, and then the tags. This is very nice to point out right now, cleaning, because later we come back here and talk about the cleaning in depth. So we have tags like helper, and then we have some pictures and the location and the price, right? You can request and chat, and the other services offered by same person. So let's get back to the home page, and let's search. For example, I need to fix a table, which you can see that table was not there, but fixing, I don't remember, but I think yeah, fix was there. Like, let's search to see what happens. So the handyman comes up, right? So if you go back to the handyman, like, it should be the there is no fixing. It was in the tag. Yeah, fixing was in the tag. So let's go back to here and just search table, okay, and see what's happening here. If we search table again, handyman comes up. And why is that? Why there is no such table in this profile? There is no. That's the magic comes into search engine. How did the engine could understand the handyman can fix a table? I didn't write fix, I just wrote table. Let's go back to the here to say table. Let's try something else, couch. And let's see what happened. Ding. You see that handyman shows up. So how this works, like how the system is smart to understand this guy can fix or is related to, there is no fix, sorry, or is related to couch or table. The reason is these keywords, TV, mirrors. So it's kind of interesting things in the database, in the engine, that is relating by the value. For example, you give TV certain value, you give mirror furniture certain values that the search engine predicts correctly that this guy is into the furnitures more than a cleaning part of it. For example, what's interesting, even though I several times, like here, I obviously tagged cleaning, right? That's why I wanted to say this is also very important for SEO optimization. They think if you tag cleaning, it's gonna help you out to appear in the search. For example, if I go and click here, it's not coming up, right? Or if I type here cleaning, right? Let's see what happened. Cleaning is not coming up. So if I go back here, so you can see that cleaning is obviously here, but when I type it, it's not showing. The reason is the cleaning has no relationship in the database with a handyman. We have like a helper, we have like handyman. The handyman can do fix, which is related, but when it comes to cleaning, we see it as a links.com. We see it like this guy is not a cleaner, is a handyman. So we can detect that because that keyword is irrelevant. So we are not accepting this keyword, even though he intentionally put it in his in this profile, right? Like that's not working. Like if I come here and I just say fixing, it should show up, right? Because fixing and handyman has relationship, but obviously cleaning and handyman has no relationship because these are different jobs, right? Like that's not gonna work in that way. And if I come to, for example, web, what is a good SEO optimization that I have done here? Like let's come to the application development. This is me again. I'm trying to offer my services as the builder of the platform. So you can see I'm Masood Farsi, a web developer. That's a nice tag. Mobile development in Vancouver, BC, Canada. So links, the company name, links.com. So I put a lot of detail, okay, let's call that, for search engines to pick it up. Like if you search a web developer, Masood Farsi web developer, blah, 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 it should come up. And you can find me easier by my name, either by my services or by my location, right? So I design, build digital solution, blah, blah, blah. So we can come to code, no code. So I use application grade web development, mobile. You see that I put a lot of API development, cloud. So I try to find all those keywords that is going to be searched, and I put it here. Of course, a category and tag, they are matched because the category is IT category. So I just tag it here to always be searched, to be found by the category search. And also these are, don't take this seriously. I just, yeah, but side AI, like I try to be seen in any of these keywords. So if I come to the home page again, if I talk, for example, development. So in our service engine, development means web development. So I should be seen. even handyman is could be a constructor, but it's not showing up, right? Because this is our definition for our database. We say the development means website, application, mobile app, and this sort of development. Unless if you want to come into a different sort of development, you really need to fine tune your SEO to convince the search engine that the development is related to what you're claiming to. Yeah, the golden example, we are back to cleaning and handyman. Even though he intentionally put it here, I think he said it somewhere like clean up, like cleans. It's not gonna show. It's not gonna show in the database. It's sorry, it's not gonna show in the result. I found another good example. Like if I go back to the development, app development, I could see digitals, like digital solutions. For example, let's see if digital will show for this service. If I say digital, it's not gonna show. Like if I say blogger, it's not going to show. This definition actually it's links definition, and obviously every platform has their own logic. The fun part is that you never know. I mean, like I'm obviously opening these secrets to everybody because it's a new platform. I want everybody join, and feel free to join. Everything is real though. You can really sell your business. You can offer your service if you are a digital solution, which I have nobody right now. You can come here and offer your services. If you're a software engineer like me, you can come and also just offer what you have. Come and discover yourself. This is not a promotional video. It's just I found it very interesting to just mention some of the challenges I went through. Of course, I'm not ad expert, digital marketing expert. I just talked about the software engineering part of it. And if I said anything wrong about marketing and digital marketing, please just consider that I'm not a marketing specialist. I just talk about software engineering part, and I hope that was useful for everyone who's watching this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop your message in the comments and have a great weekend.